Hello guys, so for this particular project, it's a slight variation on the previous project that I showed you. It's a little bit easier seeing as you're not having to thread numerous amounts of thread through beads, and it's fraying. So yeah, it's pretty simple. Once you get going, I'm not gonna say it's easier because it's not, but it is in the long run. So there are some supplies that you'll be needing. First thing you'll be needing is a sewing needle. Now again, the sewing needle, the eye of the needle must be big enough for 2 pieces of material to thread through, but the needle itself must be thin enough to thread some beads through it. So we're just using seed beads. I'm using green seed beads and purple seed beads. You want one colour which will appear as the stem, and then one colour which will appear as the petals. Then you'll need one slightly bigger bead. Now this bead must be bigger than your seed beads. It can be your preferred choice of size. Then you'll need some nylon thread. I'm using some regular sewing thread. It's not as sturdy or as strong as nylon thread, but that's okay. Then you'll need a tape measure and some scissors. So you want to take the tape measure and measure what you're going to be using. I want this to go around my ankle. My ankle is really big, it's 23 centimeters. You want to times that by 5 and cut that thread to size. So here's some thread that I pre-cut to size. There we go. So you can't really see it, but I just threaded it on and tied the basic overhand knot. Now I have 2 loose pieces of thread. What you're going to do is you're going to snip them so that they're even, if they aren't already. Put that thread to the side. Take your sewing needle and thread the thread through the needle. So my needle is thread, and then you just want to pull this down a couple inches, your extra thread down a couple inches. Okay, so now you want to bring back your 2 colours for your seed beads. You can put your thread to the side, you can put your tape measure to the side, and you can put your spare clasp to the side. We won't be needing that. So now we have 3 types of bead. You have 2 colours. I chose green and purple. I'm going to take my green because this is the colour for the stem, and depending on your preference you can alter this, but I'm going to thread on, I don't know how I guys can say this, but I'm going to thread on 8 beads. So I've threaded it on 8 beads. You're going to put that to the bottom so you have something that looks like this. Now for kind of a tricky part. So depending on the size of this, you might just your bigger bead. You might just want to mess about with this to find a good size. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose the petal colour, and I'm going to thread on 6 of these, and then you want to take the big bead and you want to thread that on 2. Okay. So you now have something that looks like this. Now what you want to do is you want to take your needle, and you want to bring your needle in, and you want to bring it back through the first petal bead that you seeded on. So like so. So as you can see, I just seeded it through the first petal bead that I seeded on. You're going to bring that through and pull. Now you want to take your petal beads again. You want to take 4 this time. So now something looks like this. And then you want to bring it up through I'll show you. You want to bring it up through the bead that's just coming out of the big bead that's nearest the top, which for me is this bead. So you want to bring it up through this one. So, as you can see, that was a lot simpler to make than the other one. It was a lot quicker. So I'm going to redo that so you guys can see. Putting on about 8. This is a length for 8. You can change it to your preference, like so. You now want to thread on 6 of your petal bead. Now you want to take your needle down through your first petal bead that you strung. Now you want to string on an extra 4 beads. So now something's like this. Then you want to bring it up through the top C bead, right there, like so. See, I think it's a lot quicker to do. Definitely took me a lot less time and effort. So this is how much thread I got left. I'd recommend, I'd recommend cutting the thread 6 to 7 times as big as you want your final size to be, because it's doubling over as well. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.